Alright, so this is another video for for items found in 200 Trav and call runs in 1.07. Uh, Starting with this Trap's Grand Charms, just plain. It's going to be a series of screenshots, and then I'll do a one run at the end to demonstrate my new weapon that I rolled. I think I showed it last time, I just wasn't using it yet. I'm also going to explain why I put ETH rune in the weapon and not like an enhanced damage jewel or a pull rune. I found this Elemental Skiller's Grand Charm. It's plain. Now remember, these are in 1.07. You cannot re-roll Grand Charms in 1.07 and get plus skills on them because the recipe is messed up. It always generates eye level 1 item. So 3 perfect gems and a magic item in the cube makes an item level 1. So if you take your Bale Grand Charm or your High Council Grand Charm that's level 93 and you roll it, the result will be item level 1. So you have to find Grand Charms with life if you have one with life on it. This is Gurky's Sanctuary. I included it to show the 77 to Vitality based on character level. I've been told that this would be useful for a sorceress and an immortal sorceress, whatever that is. But I don't really play sorceress, so I only picked it up because the Vitality per character level is interesting. There are a few other items with Vitality per character level in 1.07. I found Mavina's True Sight. This was runs, what was it, 301 to 400 that I found these items. So Mavina's Diadem. It's not super useful because there are better ways to get increased attack speed on your hat, namely Valkyrie Wing. 3 to minimum damage and fast run walk small charm. 3 minimum damage is the most that will spawn on a small charm, and then fast run walk is 3%. This charm is, in my opinion, really good. I'm not using it yet because I need the resistances on the charms that I have, but I will probably use it someday. I found this 28 attack rating, 7% gold find small charm. Pretty good. I found this 3 to maximum damage, 12 attack rating, 2 dexterity small charm. I don't know the math for like how much dexterity is considered as life because of, that's 2 less vitality or 2 more vitality you get to spend. But it can't be that good, or the 3-20-20 wouldn't be nearly as valuable because you could get other stats. So probably the 2 dexterity is not terribly valuable. What's interesting to me here is the required level 21. A 3 max with attack rating and 15 life would also have relatively low required level. I found this martial arts skiller. I found a passive and magic Amazon skiller. I picked this up and kept it only because it's ethereal. I think it's pretty close to what this does in the modern version as well, so I only kept it because it's ethereal. Bullcathos Wedding Band. I think it's supposed to have like life per character level in the modern version, and this one simply gives 20 to life, and the +1 skills. If you play 1.10a beta, which was never on Realm, I think. And if it was, then it was isolated and items were not moved to 1.10 final. It will have +2 to skills. And the only version that happens is 1.10a beta, is +2 skills. This one, if you forward this to 1.10a, it will still be +1. But if you find one in 1.10a, then it's +2. Okay, yeah, that was that. So 301 to 400. And then 401 to 500. I picked up this to show that not everything, the reason I kept this is to show that not everything in the old versions is better. So I like to show uniques that have better stats than the modern version, or different stats that make them more useful. This one, there's no cold skills on this Snow Clash. There's 10 less cold absorb. I believe there's less defense, and I think it's less chance to cast Blizzard, or maybe it's a lower level Blizzard, one or the other. So this belt is basically worthless. The 5 cold absorb you could get better from a shield in 1.07. I believe there's a shield that does it. And again, this one I kept for the same reason as this, is to show Earthshaker. It's less useful than the modern version. It does not have the +3 to elemental skills, and I believe the enhanced damage is lower, but I'm not certain. But for sure, the modern one has +3 to druid elemental skills, and this one does not. Okay, I found this. Bronze, large charm of quality, required level 30, 17 attack rating, and 9 maximum damage. I found this. This is probably, well, not probably, this is the best drop that I've had so far in these 500 runs, is the 1 to poison and bone skill, 37 life grand charm. Bloody Grand Charm of Quality adds 9 to 12 damage. So Bloody gave 9 to minimum damage, which was, it could have been up to 11. And then Quality gave the 12 to maximum damage. This could have been maiming up to 20. So a perfect roll, min max damage Grand Charm would be 11 to 20. This is still very usable if you don't need resists and you don't care much about fast run walk. This one, it's pretty good, not amazing in my opinion. Increased attack speed, 16 dexterity, 11% chance of crushing blow, 6% life steal. I think the only really thing that makes this kind of even interesting at all for a Bloodcraft is the dexterity, 16 dexterity. Otherwise, I want Bug Life Leech to use on my Barbarian. 1 to Mastery Skiller for the Barbarian. Avina's Belt, this was a pretty low roll on the Mana Steal. This fastest run walk is 40% faster run walk. So for most builds, Mavina's Tenet is the best in slot for the belt, simply because of the 40% faster run walk. These chance cards I kept to show what it was like. 24% better chance of getting magic items. This is not a roll. Every chance cards in 1.07 will have 24% better chance of getting magic items. So not very useful unless you're trying to do gold find. 4% small charm of good luck, which I kept, I would keep anyway, but I kept specifically to show 4% is the maximum roll for magic find on a small charm in 1.07. So you can't get 7%, you can only get 4. You could also get 2. This one, I was sad that it rolled poison resist, but I still kept it. 39 to life, poison resist 36. The perfect roll on a single resist for a grand charm, sorry, that's 35. The perfect roll on a grand charm would be 36. That's why I was thinking 36. So this one got poison resist 35. You could also get 20 to all resists instead of a single resist on a grand charm. Faster hit recovery with fire resist 23. The perfect roll on a single resist for a large charm is 24%. Required level 27 here, I think, makes this very nice, very useful early on. Potentially useful at high levels, especially if you're not a barbarian. And I say that because as a barbarian, typically you'll just want damage from your charms. Fire resist 12, which is the perfect roll for a single resists on small charms. In modern versions, they only go to 11. And then 8% extra gold for monsters. So this is a really good one for a gold find character. And then another 17 attack rating, 9 maximum damage, large charm. This one, a fine large charm of quality. The last one was bronze large charm of quality. So they ended up with the same results, but a different prefix, which I thought was kind of funny. Required level still 30. This one got bugged life leech, this blood crafted glove. Lightning resist 10, 9 dexterity, 23 life stolen per hit, and 10% chance of crushing blow. The glove that I'm wearing has 25% lifesteal and a couple of different resists. My lightning resist is already capped out before conviction, but not after conviction. And so I'm keeping the one that I already have, or I'm still wearing the one I already have. That's it. So I'll do one run with this guy. Here's his new weapon. So Beast Splitter. Let's put this up a little higher. And last time I showed you this, it did not have sockets and it did not have runes in it. So I showed it to Larsuk and he gave it 3 sockets because if the item level is high enough, he will always give the crafted weapon 3 sockets if it can have up to 3 sockets. Otherwise, he'll give it the most that it can have. 2 Shay runes, not Shale, Shay, because it did not have increased attack speed on its own, and I need at least, I think, like 35 increased attack speed on this. So I put 2 Shay runes to get 40 increased attack speed. And then ETH rune, you can see, let's see, where does it say? The third line of the blue text, minus 25% target defense. And in 1.07, that's bugged. And so instead of subtracting 25% of their defense from the maximum, it sets the defense to minus 25%, like the negative value, 25% of their total. So if the monster has 100 defense, then with minus 25% target defense, its defense value will be negative 25, which really, really improves your chance to hit. Another way that you can get this on a barbarian is if you have, what's it called? That barbarian hat. Oh man, I can't remember the name. Ariat's face has 15% target defense. So if they would normally have 100, then instead they would have 15. And so then you could put something else instead of an Eth rune or Eth rune in your weapon because you already have greatly reduced their defense. Anything to put here? Yes. I think this might be the one I showed you, yeah. And this is the one I'm wearing. 25 life steal. And my lightning resist is already capped. Let's see. Flawless skull. I put the map on to see if I don't immediately see the shrine, it might spawn over here or it might spawn over here, and so that I can find it more quickly. And then I turn the map off because it gets in the way of seeing what's actually happening. So if you go back and watch my old video, you'll see that my kill speed here was much faster. I haven't changed any of my charms. So what happened is the 285% damage to demons, also known as 185% enhanced damage to demons, counts as off-weapon enhanced damage. And so the damage from my maxers, 16, 11, 16, 12, 10, and 6, all gets applied with the 185% enhanced damage to demons. Also, the minus 25% target defense greatly improved my chance to hit. So they die much more quickly than they were before. My average runtime is like, including picking up all the junk and looking at it, and then not selling, gambling for bases to craft with. My average runtime is like a minute and a half, and it used to be slightly over 2 minutes. So, big improvement from that weapon. I pick up all the white stuff no matter what, except arrows and bolts, to make sure that I don't miss any runes that dropped, because I do craft with runes, and also if there's a high rune, I want to find it. The odds of a high rune are very low. In runs 301 to 500 on my run counter, the highest rune that dropped was Hell. And the highest rune that I've found in the 500 runs altogether so far is Pull rune. So that's it.